In the previous lesson, I introduced Google Classroom and demonstrated how to get started with it, joining a class, submitting an assignment, communicating on the class stream, and so on. In this lesson, we will learn to use Google Classroom as a teacher. If you are to use Google Classroom as a teacher, you'll need a classroom first of all. So let's see how you can create a class. Google Classroom's PC version and smartphone version offers almost the same features. So I'll demonstrate with a phone, as it is easier to get your hands on than a computer. First, open your Google Classroom app. On the bottom right corner, tap the plus button, and then tap Create Class. Type in your class name. For example, I'll type in Songrye Elementary Second Year. Scroll down and you'll see Section, Room, and Subject. These are all optional, so I'll just skip over them for now. When you're done with putting in all the relevant information, tap the Create button on the top right corner. Now, to invite your students, go to the People menu at the bottom of the screen. Scroll down to find Students, and then tap Invite. As you can see, there are two ways to invite students. If you know their email address, you could type in their email to send them a mail with an invite link, as in A. If you want your students to join in with a code, you could tap Copy Link. When you paste it anywhere, you'll see the class code at the end of the link. So I'll paste it in here. And you see the link. At the end of the link, after CJC equals, it says U3RHQB4. That's the class code for this class. So copy that. Let your students know the code and they can join your class by typing it in. For now, please invite me as your student. To do that, go to the Solar School Classroom. You can switch between classes you're in by tapping the three bars button at the top left corner, and then choosing the class you want to go to. So, 2020 Innovative Teachers Online Training. Go to Classwork, Unit 1, Lesson 1, and leave a comment with your class code. Now that we know how to set up a classroom and to let students in, it's time to start teaching. Say you want your students to read a text and give a summary, or watch a video and follow the instructions. You'll need to upload or link the material to your classroom. To do that, first you need to get back to the class you've created. Go to the Classwork menu. Tap the plus button at the bottom right corner. We are trying to upload class material, so we should choose Material. Type in the title. These days, my second-year students are hard at work memorizing the multiplication table. So for the title, I'll say Times Table. Description is optional, so you can leave it as a blank, but I'm going to put in something. Sing along this song to memorize the times table. Now I'll upload the material. To do that, tap the clip-shaped icon on top right. If you choose Drive, you can link Google Docs file or any file in your Google Drive. That's a bit more advanced. So for now, let's look at the rest. First, with Link, You can link to any website, photo, or a video on the web. I'll link a YouTube video of a times table song so my students can sing along it. Next, with File, you can upload any photo on your phone. I'll upload a picture of a times table. With Take Photo or Record Video, you can actually take a photo or a video with your phone on the spot. For example, I'm going to take a picture of a times table I've written with my hand on a piece of paper right now. If you're done with attaching all the class material you want, you can now post it by tapping the paper plane shaped icon on the top right. Now for the highlight of this lesson, assignments. Easy grading of assignments may be the best feature of Google Classroom. So I will pay extra attention to this part. Go to Classwork, tap the plus button at the bottom right corner, and choose Assignment. The same as materials, first put in your title. I'll say, do you know what it means to multiply? Once again, description is optional, but since this is an assignment, it may be better to give a detailed instruction. I'll say, make up a multiplication question of your own, like the example, so that the answer may be 4 times 8 equals 32. Now, what do? Yes, we need an example. So I'm gonna make the example by tapping the Attach button and then choosing New PDF. You can enter text by tapping the text icon. I'm going to put in how many leaves are there if there are 4 clovers. And then you can resize the text with the first icon like this. And then with the draw icon, you can draw things too. So choose the draw icon. And I'm going to draw 4 clovers here. Now for the final touch, set points and due date for your assignment. Save this PDF. I'm gonna change the point to 10 points. And due date next month. When you make up your own assignment, I want to submit my responses to your assignment, so don't set the due date too close. If you're done, you can tap the Save button. Now to grade, I've already made up an assignment and submitted a response with another account so I can grade it. Let's see how the fake student did on their homework. Go to the Classwork tab and tap the assignment you have given. Tap the student's attachment file, and you can check their work. Apparently, this student did their homework on a piece of paper and then took a picture of it. There's an error though, because there need to be 8 chairs, but there are only 7. So by tapping the pencil icon, I'll draw in an extra chair. And then tap the right corner to save. I'm gonna add the comment. Great idea to come up with chairs, but you drew only 7 chairs. Still, the question and the answers were correct. Now send the comment. You could either give your student time to improve upon their work based on your comment, or move on to grading. I'm going to grade it 8 out of 10 and then tap return. Well, that's it for this lesson. There are many more useful features to Google Classroom, so try exploring more on things we haven't touched during this lesson. For the next lesson, I'll introduce Microsoft's PowerPoint. I'll talk about what it is and what you can do with it. I'll also compare different presentation programs other than PowerPoint, pointing out the strong and the weak points of each one. And finally, show you some examples of class material I have actually used in my classroom. Now it's time for the assignment. Like I have talked about until now, create a Google Classroom of your own. Post a mock assignment and leave the invite link to your classroom on Unit 1, Lesson 1 on our 2020 Innovative Teachers Online Training Classroom. I will join the class and you've set up and submit a response. When I do, grade it and comment on it, and I'll be able to see what you've commented. I'll be looking forward to your application of today's learnings. See you in the next lesson.